Welcome to the Weekly Closer Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Sampaga. And as you can see, Jeff Underwood is not with us today. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm here today to cover for him. And we have an amazing today. We have Bonnie Burke from the ReMax Fine Properties with the Bonnie Burke Team. How are you today, Bonnie?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. You know, Jeff is going to be jealous because normally he's the one talking to everyone, and today it's going to be you and I.
Okay.
And we do have your wonderful assistant, Veronica, behind the background.
Right. Yes, thank God.
So how's your new year so far?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's starting to pick up again, and yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah. How has your I guess the beginning of the year been for you for real estate?
So for this year?
Just starting. I know it's only early January.
Yeah, but it seems like it's been going on a while. But, it started off a little slower.
Okay.
But we have, in the last week and a half, it has gone back to 2021. It's crazy busy.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, before we continue on, why don't you tell the real estate agents who are listening, the listeners, a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the business, and how you got into the business?
Oh, that's a good question. A farmer's daughter from Kansas. Came out in 79 after I got off the farm. Said, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much work. But it did teach me the background that I have today, the work ethics that we have, and hard work pays off, and parents instilled that into me. Treat people how you want to be treated. And that's kind of how I do my business. So I moved out here, and then I got my real estate license in 1983, and I joined a real estate office, and I was the office manager for about 17 years for that company.
17 years.
Then I met my husband, and he said, you work hard. Why don't you go to work for yourself instead of so? I joined ReMax office, and I was there 17 years.
17 years.
That 17 has kind of got me going. But anyway, so along that 17 years at another ReMax office, I hired an assistant because, as you know, you get busier every year. So I hired the assistant, and I just have grown from there. And then I met this lovely lady here. She's my rock. And I told her what my dream was. I want to have a team because you're working 24/7. You have no life. I'm married now. I don't have kids, but I wanted to spend some time with my husband. So to form a team, it takes somebody who has that vision. And that's who I hired, was Veronica.
Okay.
And we've gone from one agent in 2016 to now, and one assistant, to now we have 10 people. We have 7 agents and 3 admin.
Okay, great. Well, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Mary Slakey from Fidelity National Home Warranty for inviting you here. We're always so happy whenever they invite agents here to share their knowledge.
And she's a wonderful partner, trust me.
Absolutely. I use them all the time whenever we have deals.
Do you?
So
okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
So let me ask you this. You have a niche, which is in the Rio Verde foothills.
Yes.
Now, from what my understanding, you are a celebrity there.
Oh, I don't know about that. I do a lot of sales in the area, because it's my home area.
Okay.
We moved out there in 99, bought 10 acres in 97, and it's a country feel. It's gravel roads, septic, and well, so it's not for everybody.
Oh.
It's a lifestyle that you either like it or you don't.
Horse property?
Yes, big horse ranches out there. So,
okay.
So we did that, and then we got married on our property in 99, and then we ended up remodeling and moving out there in 99. So we've been out there ever since, and I've just grown to love the area. The people that move out there are like everybody just talks to everybody, and you want to go four-wheeling, you just jump on your quad and go off to the forest. Or you want to go horseback riding, you don't have to tell anybody, you just go. So it's an area, it's for like outdoor people that want to just get out and enjoy, and we don't have any HOA out there, so it's everybody for its own. We have no city services, so everything is private. Your garbage, the water situation, which is a new thing that just came up. But no, it's an area that's, your address is Scottsdale, but you're not in the city, which is kind of a nice trade-off.
Sure. And how did you become well known there? What were you doing?
I started out moving out there, and I don't know, I just started talking to people, and I love working with people. I love what I do, first of all. So it's hard to not meet people and tell them what you do. And then from there, you do a few deals, and then people refer you. And I go to all the meetings. I stay informed about any new things that come out there, so I can inform all my clients. And I do a lot of farming out there. I send a lot of flyers and meet and greet people.
Okay,
like
and you mentioned open houses as well. So
yes.
you do a lot of open houses, or that's a great way to meet people,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. And my team does now, do them as well. And, there's so many ways to get business this day. It's just how much do you want to work? You get out of it what you put into it.
Sure.
So if you really want to be successful, you're going to have to work at it. It doesn't just come overnight.
Yeah.
So
if an agent is just starting or struggling, what, let's say, top tip would you give them?
There's a lot of things you can do. It's what do you feel comfortable with, like cold calling. Not everybody can cold call, and there's people that are excellent at it.
Sure.
There's open houses. That's probably one of the easiest things it is to meet people. Like your dentist, your doctor, everybody, you should get a list of people send them note cards, let them know you're in the business, and start a list, a database of people like that, and just constantly stay in front of them.
Are you doing any type of like digital marketing or anything? Or?
We do a lot of social media.
Okay.
I mean, I will say, and that's another cheap thing. Get on there and do videos.
Okay.
I think videos are becoming one of the top things to do now.
Absolutely.
So we encourage that on our team. And the other thing too is if you find a team and get a mentor going. So somebody that's been in the business a long time, they always want to take people in and help people out. So that's always a way too.
Teams are great. I love that synergy, and of course I do love having a mentor. But then sometimes agents are stuck on the whole split thing,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
They're thinking, well, I'm not going to make much if I do. Well,
That's
zero
true.
Of half is really not a lot anyway,
Right.
or even 90%.
Right.
So why not learn as much as you can? And if you grow with the team, great. If you decide to go on and start your own team, why not do that, right?
Exactly. And that's what we encourage people, because they make more money if they bring in the business.
Absolutely.
So if we can show them the ABCs of what you need to do, and then they learn, and before you know it, they're making calls or they're doing open house and they're getting their own leads.
Yeah.
They make the most money when they do that. So
sure. No, that
I
makes
encourage
sense.
that, I get on their wings and fly, and anywhere I can help them, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want them to be successful,
Absolutely. And you talked about traditional marketing, sending note cards and handwritten notes, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lost art form, but that's so powerful.
Yep.
And then any other things that you send out, like calendars or?
Yeah, so for Christmas cards, I don't do, run them through the machine. I hand wrote 480 Christmas cards this year.
Wow.
And it had a big impact. A lot of people called and, thought that was funny. And then, like, for people who buy houses or sell for the year and Thanksgiving time, I hand deliver pies to everybody from Rock Springs Resort, or I shouldn't say Cafe, up in Black Canyon City. So I personally go around and see all my contacts for that year. I couldn't do everybody, but during that year. So there's just a lot of different things, I think, that you just got to think outside the box. And I think social media is really probably one of the biggest things that hits the most people right now.
What social media are you guys mainly using?
Well, we do Facebook and Twitter and YouTubes and I don't get on TikTok yet. Instagram. I haven't figured that one out yet. So I got a ways to go. But no, I think the younger generation, I have to give them an applause because they know all these platforms.
Sure.
I'm old school. I like to go meet my clients in person instead of just doing DocuSign.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
And so it's like I feel like I give good customer service to some of the generation that doesn't know all this young.
Yeah, customer service is so huge these days, and before that was the number one thing we always thought about, right? Being having good customer service, and I always think, being from the old school as well, thinking that that has to be there by default,
right?
And anywhere I go, even restaurants or things like that, it's like the customer service has really just gone downhill, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree.
So, because if you treat your customers right, your clients right in this case, they're always going to want to use you or refer you, or and then having the handwritten notes. I mean, that's special.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a team. All right, you have a team. Kind of walk us through how you started from just you to an assistant, and then what happened after that. I mean, start us from the beginning.
Yeah, so like I say, when I was with the first company, I was the office manager, so I didn't sell as much as I did. Then I met my husband, and he said, just go on your own. So I went on my own. Yeah, I struggled for a couple years because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have that big sphere of influence, so I struggled for a couple years. But when I started, digging into it, there were times I wanted to give up. And I know that phrase, a winner is a loser who tries one more time. And that kept going through you can't stop, you got to stay with it. So I started doing really well. And one of the bigger top hitters in the office came by my office. He said, I know what you do. You need to get an assistant. Oh, I can't afford it. I can't
That's
afford
what we all think.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, for people out there, if you think that, you're wrong. Once I hired an assistant and they took all the heavy work off of me, all the paperwork, type
stuff
of thing.
that you don't, that you're not, that you'd rather be doing sales, right?
Exactly. Paperwork is not my thing now. But anyway, once I got rid of, and it was a controlling thing. I wanted to do everything myself.
Sure.
Well, once I hired the assistant, she got in it and took care of it. And then I think I hired another one. And then I realized that I wanted to grow a team. I kept saying, I want to get bigger. That was my dream when I first came on my own. So I thought, well, how do I get there? Well, I'm out selling every day. I don't have time to, how do we do this? So I found, I'm going to say it, Veronica on Craigslist.
Okay.
For $10 an hour. Now,
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to say how many years ago, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, I brought her in, and I still had another assistant, and she came in and she made notes at every meeting that we had, and she had this vision in her head that I've been trying to get out of my head. And in meeting, I just went selling. She got behind the scenes, and she just took off with it. And I mean, she is so amazing what she can accomplish in a short amount of time. I don't have that vision. I mean, I have a vision for a team. I can get the business, but she can run the business. And we've been a great partnership, and she's just been great. I mean, I've been very blessed.
Wow.
I do know that.
Well, congratulations on that, because I know it's hard to find a good assistant like that, right? Administrative assistant.
Yes.
So how long have you guys been working together?
I want to say 7 years.
7 years.
Going on 8 years.
Congratulations
yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, and like I say, when we hire an agent, we try and hire a staff, or we have 2 agents and then 1 staff. So if we're going to grow, agent-wise, we also grow staff-wise, because we don't want to cut them short, because we promise them and do a lot for our agents, and I want to keep it that way. So we're going to stay here for a little bit and regroup, and then hire some more.
So what tips would you give an agent who is kind of reluctant on hiring an assistant, or what point in their business, or up to how many deals they're doing, or et cetera? What would you recommend?
That is a really good question, because if you sell on the lower end, you have to sell a whole lot more houses and you're a lot busier. But but I think if you're doing $100,000 a year, or that, without a doubt, you need some help. And there's virtual people now that can also help you. That maybe just by the hour, so they don't have to work full time. And that I didn't really do back then. I didn't understand it, but now virtual is everywhere, right?
Sure.
I could hire anybody virtually, but
Yeah.
I like them in the office and understanding the process that we go through to do a transaction.
All right, so now you have an administrator. Now you're starting to add team members.
Yes.
So what's the purpose, and why and how did you do that?
Well, I was too busy, and I was losing business because I couldn't get back to everybody that were calling me and wanting to list their house or go look at properties. And I'm like, I don't have anybody to help me. So that's when we started with just 1 agent. And then, that agent was with a company that, she wasn't doing real well. And she has been with me ever since I started, hired her in 2016. And she's done so much work, but she works hard. You got to work hard. But back to your question, hiring the right agent is tough. We're a real energetic, everybody get along family, type of atmosphere, and we just want somebody, we hire somebody that's like us.
Okay. Sure.
So we like you in the office. She does coaching. Veronica does coaching for everybody if they want it. I mean, we have a phenomenal deal going. It's just we don't want to grow too big too fast where we can't keep control of it.
Yeah, you currently have 10, right? 10 of them. And there's coaching going on as well?
Yeah, okay. I have a coach twice a month, and he encourages me to do better, and then Veronica does it for the individual agents that want it.
And do you guys have a goal for 2022 on how big of a team that you want?
What we try and do, I think, is what we want to do is like two more agents a year, and then add another admin, and just kind of grow like that. Because we got a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator. We are looking to hire a marketing coordinator and an ISA, which is an agent, a sales agent that can. I'm
trying to think of ISA stands for
inside sales.
Yeah, inside sales.
That's what it is. Sorry about that. Yeah,
no, that's okay.
So we're looking because not everybody has time to follow up with all their leads.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, you know what, we're losing business because they don't have time or they don't pick up the phone, and this person would be on top of them. If they don't call, then they call and they get a percentage of that business or whatever. So it's just a new position that we're kind of opening up to because we know that they're out there. Other teams are using them. And, in our office, there are a lot of teams. So that's why we moved from the other ReMax office to this one.
Sure.
Because the owner, Del Rounds, was a phenomenal, energetic, hooray, and he got us going and helped us get the team going and what you do to get a team. And so he was very instrumental, and unfortunately he passed away last year. So, we still want to carry that legacy on as he taught us to do.
Okay. So if I'm a new agent and I go through your guys' interview process, and let's say I pass that.
Right.
All right. So what would be my next step? I mean, I hear that you're doing coaching, so kind of walk me through what my coaching would look like.
Well, I think, she sits down, everybody's different on what they want to do. So she tries to help you. I mean, she'll sit there and make calls with you for expired. She'll sit there and tell you, here's what you need to do if you want to get to this level, because she does goals and all that kind of stuff, business planning. So you want to get to this number, here's how many calls you need to make, here's how many open houses you need to do, and blah, blah, blah. And her job, on top of everything else, is to get you to that goal.
Oh, wow.
But if you aren't going to do some of the things that she's recommending you do, she can't, lead you to water and then you not drink. So
Sure. So there's accountability there.
Yes,
sounds like.
there is, yes.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. All right, so if someone wanted to join your team, how would they get in contact with you?
Can we say our phone
You
now?
can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can call Bonnie Burke at 480-720-8001. And we are in North Scottsdale by Greyhawk with ReMax Fine Properties. So, we're always looking for people, and, not everybody's a match. And so, we just, personality-wise, we really try and get that energetic who wants to come to work and wants to learn. We are there for them.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you're looking for an inside salesperson.
Yes.
You're also looking for a marketing. And also agents who want to be part of a team.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, make sure you guys contact Bonnie Burke for more information, and she'll definitely get back with you, and hopefully it works out.
Yes.
Before we get into the next segment here, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, anything you wanted to mention?
No, I would say, there's more people now in real estate than there ever has been. And there's a lot of people that do it part-time, which is fine. I get that. And I would just say, if you're going to get in the business, be serious. And always be looking out for your clients and what's their best interest. Don't worry about your commission. It will come. Just take it one client at a time, because that's how you get up the ladder, is to that client now refers you and all that kind of stuff. So there's a way that you can be successful in real estate, but again, what you put into it, you get out of it.
Sure, because I remember when I first got into real estate, I thought it was going to be easy, right? Calling my family, hey, I sell real estate, like they wanted to use me, right away.
Right.
I'm just a beginner.
Right, exactly.
So, that's a great tips. And all right, so let me ask you this question. If there's an agent, or what would you tell an agent right now who's struggling or isn't getting any business or is just new? I know you talked about a little bit about that earlier, where you said maybe look for a team. But what tip would you give them right now to help them with their business?
Well, I mean, I will say there's companies out there that every day they have, classes to learn. And I mean, I think when I first started, I needed that, because I just to throw you out there, you don't even, you have to learn how to write the contract because you don't get that in school. There's so much that goes on that you don't think about until you get out there. So I would, at least try and learn from somebody who's been down this road before.
Sure. Education and a mentor.
Exactly. Yeah. Get some hours of education in, know that contract inside and out, so when you get called, you know what to do. And have somebody help you with like an open house. Instead of going out on your own, go to open houses. Hear how they, do their open houses, and you'll learn from that too.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get into the next segment. It's called Getting into the Ring. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Apple or Android?
Apple. Yes.
Okay. So I'm an Android person.
Oh, okay.
Jeff is probably cheering you on in the background.
Oh, good. I got somebody on my side.
That's right. Well, there's a lot more Apple users than Android users.
Yes.
If you could travel today, where would that be and why?
Well, I would go to Maui. We go every year, and we had a timeshare there. So this year we did something special. We bought a condo there.
Nice.
So now I have an excuse that we got to go now that we own it, and I have yet to go. Well, I went in October, and I was sick, so I didn't get to enjoy it. So I'm going to try it again.
All right. How about this one? Who was your favorite band in high school?
Oh, gosh.
Is that a hard one? Is that too hard?
Yeah. I mean, I like the Rolling Stones, I guess.
Yeah. Rolling Stones, good. Yeah. Okay. Last one. Who's your favorite superhero? Tough ones, huh?
That isn't. I don't even know what to say on that.
That's okay.
I guess
Superman,
maybe I don't have one.
Yeah,
Superwoman. Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. They're all good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And before we leave, just wanted to thank our sponsors. We have Fidelity National Home Warranty. Again, thank you, Mary Slakey, for bringing Bonnie here to the show, as well as Security Title.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You've been great sponsors. And until next time, agents, have a great day. Take care. God bless.
Thank you all.
Now.
Thank you.
All right. Good job.